Welcome into the Beat Sessions. I'm your host, Mitchell Weary. Let's have a look at the new record from the Wombats entitled Fix Yourself, Not the World. And they released that on January 14th. This is the band's fifth studio album and follows 2018's Beautiful People Will Ruin Your Life. I love the theme of brutal honesty in their album titles, but more so, I love this band's style, an infectious combination of funk and punk. You can just dance the night away to this band. And I would argue that with this style of music, they're drawing influence from some of the best bands that have existed in popular music for the last 50, 60 years, going all the way back to bands like Television and the Stooges, all the way through Talking Heads, Devo, Blur, their contemporaries right now, Block Party, LCD Sound System, Phoenix. I'm just a big fan of this style of music, and I love the way that they're working with it. All three of their guys carrying their weight on this record. Matthew Murphy, his lyrical performance is excellent. I love this record and the theme of letting go. It's all about doing it in a way that's constructive, though. You know, life can be tough. There's a lot of difficult decisions that a lot of us have to make from time to time. But ultimately, in doing so, we end up on the other side of those decisions being a lot better. And I feel like that's really the main focus of this record. And I'm really digging just the vocal hooks and the melodies are great on this thing. Tord Knudsen on the bass is phenomenal. I think the bass is definitely one of the highlights of this record. And Dan Haggis really carrying his weight on the percussion as well. Really nice pace and rhythm to this record. It kicks off with Flip Me Upside Down. Great bass riff to open the song up. And then it's just got this great funky punk groove to open up this record. Sets the pace. Definitely gives you a great idea of what is to come. This Car Drives all by itself is your second track. Dreamy and atmospheric in the opener, but then it gets right into this groove. This is a track that definitely has that Talking Heads kind of feel to it. If You Ever Leave, I'm Coming With You is your third song. Big fan of this song. It's got a great hook and melody as well. Synths and melodies are nice and light. It's got great pace to it. Really a highlight of the record. Ready for the High is a pretty great funky rocker as well. Like the bass on this record, it's absolutely sick. This is definitely a highlight as well on the record. Leads into your fifth track, Method to the Madness. This is a track that starts off a little slow, but then it builds and just blows up at the end. I really like the pace of this track. It's kind of a nice pullback as far as the pace of the first four songs, but it definitely by the end is keeping with the theme of this record. Your sixth song, People Don't Change, Time Does. There's some more of that brutal, hard truth. I love a lot of that on the title of these songs, but that track really is pretty remarkable. It's got an excellent riff and a great hook as well. Everything I Love Is Going to Die. This is a fine example of that dark lyrical content and kind of using music in a way to navigate some of this dark territory. So I like the contrast that this music is bright and funky. It really is an excellent track. Leads into Work Is Easy, Life Is Hard, another brutal, honest truth. I like how hard-hitting this riff is. This is definitely a good rockin' track. It reminded me of Oasis and some of the more rocky stuff that Blur does, but it's still dancey. I really dug that about it. Wildfire's your 9th track, bright poppy song here. Your 10th track, Don't Poke the Bear, is this fuzzy stomping rocker. Really dug that, which leads into your penultimate track, and it's almost kind of like your album closer, really. Worry is just, I love the lyrics on this song. I love the music. It really just encapsulates everything that's going on this record. Very nice, and finishes this thing up strong. Your last track, Fix Yourself, Then the World, is basically just kind of this outro track. It's just about a minute and a half. Closes this thing off. But this I would argue is probably the most complete album I've listened to in 2022 so far. Really digging the 41-minute runtime on this thing, solid 12 songs. This record is a lot of fun. And again, I think you're just going to dance the night away to this thing. It's got a great grooves and a great feel to it. So a vinyl please on this record for sure. I hope you enjoy listening to this record, and I hope you find this review helpful. Please like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel, do all the things to help me blow this channel up in 2022. And stay tuned throughout the week for more album reviews. We'll see you next time on the Beat Sessions.